Now let's move on to the next one. When turning right at an intersection, I must. So what should you do when you're turning right? So you do what? B. Give way to pedestrians within the pedestrian crossing line, or give way to oncoming traffic. Well, if you are turning right at an intersection, you give way to oncoming traffic. Remember this rule: vehicles should not turn right in front of oncoming traffic. So definitely, if you are turning right, you should give way to oncoming traffic. So like this car A wants to turn right here, so it should give way to oncoming traffic B. So it's very simple, right? So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next question. I may dip my headlamps, option A, when approaching a hospital, when approaching a railway level crossing, for oncoming traffic. So there are situations where you are required to dip your headlamps, and I have explained them. I think I'll do so. So first of all, you dip your headlamps for oncoming traffic. So this one is our correct answer here. So the other scenario where you are allowed to dip your headlamps is if you are traveling behind other traffic in a road, or C, if you are in a well-lit street. So if you are in a well-lit street, basically there is not that much need for too much light that is coming from your headlamps. So these are the scenarios that you should remember that you dip your headlamps. Now moving on to the next question. The general driving rule in Zimbabwe's highway code is option A, common sense. Drive on the left within your lanes. Drive on the left beyond the yellow line if there is no congestion. Well, the general road rule is drive on the left within your lane. So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next one. What is not the correct robot light sequence? So here we are looking at that is not the correct robot sequence. Now remember how I explained on how you can determine which one is the correct robot light sequence. I use the mnemonic GAR. So what you're just going to do, I'm just going to zoom in so that you can have an understanding of these things. So I'm just going to be looking for GAR. Okay, so let's look at this one. It's GAR. So this one is definitely GAR. So when I say GAR, if you haven't watched some of my videos, please do make sure that you write down GAR. And when you write down GAR, so what you're going to be looking at is GAR, but not specifically in that order. Now what do I mean by that? So when you say GAR, right, you start with the G, then you say A, then you go back to R. GAR. So definitely this one is the correct. This one is the correct robot light sequence. But we are not looking at the correct robot light sequence here. Okay. Now let's look at the second one. This one is GAR. So this one is also GAR. So this one is correct, but that's not the answer here. Now let's look at this one. This one is GRA. So this one is not GAR. This one is GRA. It's not GAR. I repeat that. This one is GRA, not GAR. So you're only supposed to go in this direction. So you're only supposed to go clockwise, not counterclockwise. It's clockwise, like we did here. GAR, GAR, GAR. So you're only supposed to go in this direction, okay, not in the other direction. So this one is our correct answer. So this one is not the correct robot light sequence. Now moving on to the next question. The correct position of a motorcycle on the road is it the right of the lane, is it the left of the lane, or the middle of the lane? Well, for you to actually understand this question, you need to know that a motorcycle has the right to a full lane. Okay, so a motorcycle is regarded as a full vehicle, therefore it has the right to its own full lane. So a motorcycle does not have to move on the right of the lane or on the left of the lane. He has to move on the center or middle of the lane. Why? Because he's regarded as a full vehicle and he has the rights of a full vehicle. Okay, So the correct position of a motorcycle on the road is on the middle of the lane. You should move at the middle of the lane. Now moving on to the next question. The rider of a motorcycle has rights to: option A, use of a full lane; B, overtake from any side as he or she wishes; C, weaving in and out where road space permit. Now the rider of a motorcycle has rights to a full lane, like I've explained in this question. So the motorcycle has rights to a full lane. Remember, it's regarded as a full vehicle. So that's the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. The person riding a motorcycle must wear: is it a mine helmet, is it any cap, or a crash helmet? Well, if you are riding a motorcycle, you should definitely wear a crash helmet. So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next question. When approaching this sign, what should you do? Option A, I should not worry because it is not one of the non-road signs. B, I am being warned of the hazard ahead that is of a variable nature. C, it is a surprise sign because you just have passed a hazard. Now this one is not the correct answer, and this one is our correct answer here. You are being warned of a hazard that is of a variable nature. Hence you can see this sign here. Well guys, we have come to the end of this question. As you can see, now we're moving on to paper 5. We'll do paper 5 in the next video. If you have really enjoyed this video, please do make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also give a like to this video. If you have any comments or any suggestions that you'd like to add, or if you have any questions, please do make sure that you let me know in the comment section, and I'll see how best I can help you. Now guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Now I'll see you in our next video. Goodbye.